Yo, what's happening, sports people? Check it out. Tomorrow's the day. Friday, the college football playoffs are going to start. Um, I'm excited, and I'm here to give you guys my picks. Let's get started with that first game. It's going to be Alabama and Oklahoma. I'm taking Alabama over Oklahoma. Like I said on my last video, Alabama's a team that I think, I don't think nobody wants to play Alabama in this playoff. That's my pick. So let's see, Saturday. They're going to kick off with Texas A&M and Miami. I'm taking Miami. I'm sorry about that. I'm taking A&M over Miami. Yeah. Like I said, Miami had a great year. So did Texas A&M. I just think Texas A&M has the better offense, the better quarterback. Oregon, James Madison. I almost wanted to pick James Madison for my upset pick, but no, I don't. I don't think they're going to do it. Oregon's got too much offense for them. And we're going to have Ole Miss and Tulane for the last game that Saturday. And naturally, I'm taking Ole Miss. Hate to see it, hate to see Lane Kiffin gone, but even without him, I think, the team's still the same, and Tulane's just not big enough of a matchup. Okay, let's move on to the second round. Yeah, I'm going all the way through the bracket. Second round, we're going to have, according to my picks, we're going to have Texas Tech and Oregon. And, this game might be a high scoring one because both teams have a real good offenses. So with that being said, I'm going to take Texas Tech over Oregon. Might be wrong, but I'm feeling Texas Tech on this one. Then we have Indiana waiting on Alabama. And hey, it's going to be real unpopular, but, been a great year for, Kirk Signelli, the whole Indiana staff. Mendoza won the Heisman, but like I said earlier, I just think Alabama's going to take it. So give me Alabama over Indiana. Georgia is going to be waiting on Ole Miss, and I think Georgia's got I think Georgia's the best team in college football this year, guys. I'm sorry to say it, but I think Georgia's going to take over Ole Miss. Then we have Ohio State's going to be waiting on A&M, and I think Ohio State will beat A&M. Like I said, just experience-wise, I think Ohio State's been there way too many times. So I think I'm gonna take Ohio State over A&M. And third round, the final four, it's gonna come down to Alabama and Texas Tech, and naturally, like I said, I'm taking Alabama. And we're gonna have Georgia, Ohio State, and naturally, I'm gonna take Georgia in that one. And hey, we get to the championship game. Looks like we'll have a SEC championship game rematch and same results of the SEC championship. I think Georgia's going to take the chip this year. So hey, folks, that's the video for today. Check it out. You ready for these games? We're starting tomorrow, Friday at not forget what time, but hey, anyway, folks, enjoy the college football playoffs. We'll see you on the next one. All right, peace.